Good morning, friends. This is Shruti from PD Tutorials Arsis Group. I'm your PD coach. So today again, I'm back with another mock. This is webinar. And in this webinar, I'm going to discuss read aloud section. In read aloud, basically, this is the first task of your speaking paper. When a person is a beginner for a Pearson exam, if I say na for this read aloud section, this is the paragraph and you have to just read it. They will say it's so easy. Okay, let me read it. But this task is not that much easy as we think. Number one, there are some reasons behind it. Number one reason is this is an integrated task. In read alouds, basically you are getting the score for your speaking as well as the score for your reading section. And further, so many things are also involved here. I mean to say the enabling skills, fluency, pronunciation, and your content score. On the basis of these 3 marks, you are getting the score for your speaking and your reading section. That is why it looks easy, but it is not an easy task because you have to take care of your pronunciation. And if pronunciation will not be good, score for rest of the things will not be good. Let's move further. Your speaking paper, it is of having 5 questions. Number one, read aloud. It is also an integrated task, reading and speaking. Your scores you are getting here. Repeat sentences. Again, integrated task, listening, speaking, describe images. This is the only task for which you are getting only and only speaking marks, which is not an integrated task. Read lectures, listening and speaking you are getting. Answer short questions. Here you are getting 3 scores. Listening, speaking and vocabulary. As today's webinar is only based on the read aloud section, so let's first discuss actually how we have to take care and why we have to take care of read aloud. It looks easy. The easiest task is having so much weight. Why so? What are the reasons behind it? You know what? From one read aloud, the fluency score that you are getting, that is 5, and pronunciation score that you are getting, that is also 5. It's not that much easy to get fluency 5 and pronunciation 5. While you will be discussing about the meaning of fluency, fluency means you have to take care of few things. Number one, don't take unnecessary longer pauses when you see a full stop, a comma, or a semicolon there in the paragraph. After finishing one sentence and you are going to jump to another sentence, don't take a pause of 1 second. It should be very smooth flow of your move from one sentence to another sentence. Another thing, you should not fumble anywhere. Yes, earlier it was a bit okay, like 2 to 3 fumbleness in your paper of speaking. That was okay, but nowadays, if you are not doing the justice with your read aloud section, the fluency, even one-time fumbleness is going to decrease your fluency score by 5 to 10 marks. Yes, 1 or 2 times if you fumble, your score will be less. I'm talking about throughout your speaking section. Clear? Not only talking about read aloud. And read aloud, yes, everything is in front of you. There is no chance to fumble. People may fumble and read a lecture and describing the images because they have to do the brainstorming. But here in this task, there should not be a single chance that you should be fumbling at anywhere. For this, a little bit a small tip I want to give here. It looks a kiddish one, but it is not. It actually helps so many students. What do you have to do for maintaining the fluency in your paper? Sometimes what happens, people have the habit, if they see the word, just take one example here. The word is experiment. But in the paragraph, the word is written experiments. They used to speak only the word experiment. They try to ignore S or ES which are written in the end. So for that also these are considered as errors. So kindly don't do those things. So when you have a problem of reading, word is something else, you are speaking something else, and some people have this habit too. They will try to add some of the words from their sides like the in between when they are reading. Better keep your index finger on the screen and move it along the content, and with the help of that index finger, whatever the command your eyes will be giving to your mind, you will only read that word. You can also move the cursor along the content in the paragraph. That also works. Clear? So take care of your fluency. How to take care of this thing? Number one, don't take unnecessary longer pauses, and when you are speaking, don't fumble anywhere, especially in read aloud section. Otherwise, your reading score would also fumble. It will actually decrease. Then pronunciation. This is the question actually, why we are not getting good score on pronunciation. Sometimes people, when they ping me in Telegram, PT Tutorials YouTube, PT Tutorials channel, group of this on Telegram, they generally ask, my pronunciation is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Tell me what to do, because with these scores, my listening and reading is suffering. Start listening to native speakers, because we do so many errors while we speak. There can be so many things. Number one, we are not aware of the actual pronunciation of that word. Number two, we are aware, but still we pronounce the word wrong. The sounds which those are coming out from our mouth, those sounds are not good. Those are not matching with the sounds of the actual pronunciation of that word. That is why I always say two words, C2, correct and clear pronunciation. Number one, you should be aware of the correct pronunciation of the word. Number two, it should be very clear. And further, it is dependent on your fluency. Fluency and pronunciation, these are your one couple. If your fluency is smooth, it is okay. You are speaking with a natural pace. You are not speaking too fast, not too slow. Then your pronunciation will be counted. Only then. If your fluency is not good, definitely pronunciation score will also not good. So pronunciation, correct and clear. For clear pronunciation, one more tip, try to open your mouth more. By opening the mouth more, it will help you to speak with a regular, normal, natural pace, and you will not be able to speed the given paragraph. And it will also help you to speak the exact inner sounds of a word. For example, if I take the word audience, the spelling of audience is Audience. After DIE, this is called schwa sound, IE. In between the vowel sounds of a word is called schwa sounds. So if you are not speaking that E, then score will not be there. Your word will not be highlighted. Audience, not like this way, audience. Then that audience will not be there. So try to open your mouth more so that all the inner sounds of each and every word should come out from your mouth, and you will be getting maximum to maximum score for your pronunciation. How much score we get for reading from one read aloud? Yes, this is an important question. It actually depends upon the length of the read aloud. Yes, Sometimes you see in one paragraph there are 2.5 lines. Sometimes you see there is 1.5 line. Sometimes you see there are 3 lines. Then how the software will be giving you the same score each and every time for the reading? Reading means how many words you are reading. Only on the basis of that, software will be giving you the score for your reading module. If there are less words, less number of words, less score for reading. If there are more words, more score for reading. And that is why Pearson hasn't revealed this thing that how much score you are getting from one read aloud that will be going to your further reading section. One more thing is dependent here, which is actually not written anywhere, but it is my prediction, you can say, because while analyzing the score reports of the students, I have felt this thing. When I'll be asking the questions to the students that how was your read aloud, they will be saying those are very easy, but still your pronunciation is also 90. Reading score is not 90. It is not 80 plus. Reason? It means that you haven't gotten, listen to me carefully, it means that you haven't gotten a lot of marks from your read alouds into your reading module. If you have gotten easy questions, easy paragraphs in read aloud, then at that time they will decrease the weight of those particular questions. Of course, difficulty level always it plays an important role even from the very first question of your paper till the end of the paper. You can even take the case of your write from dictation. You are not aware how much score you are getting for writing. But if the question is a bit difficult, it's writing means some difficult words were there to write the word, you are getting more score, more weight you'll be having for your writing module from your write from dictation. That is why you will see a lot of changes are there in the score reports when you just try to compare. Some people they used to send me the score reports, ma'am, my pronunciation was 65, but this person's pronunciation is 45. Still, that person has gotten 80 plus. With 47 pronunciation, that person has gotten 80 plus in each section. How is this possible? This is possible because you haven't gone through the scoring criteria, how actually the software gives you the score. Sometimes your enabling skills are 90, 90, 90, 90, but your communicative skills are not that much good. They are not crossing 79. In one or two, you have gotten 79 plus, but in one or two, you are not getting 79 plus. What is the reason behind it? For that, there needs a lot of breakages of the scoring. Just for one tip I want to give for that, as few minutes back I said, difficulty level. It's not at all necessary that if a person is getting low in pronunciation, that can never ever achieve 90 marks in their paper in each module. He or she can easily get. Number one, there should be two things that a person should do who is suffering in pronunciation. Number one, it depends on your luck that you have gotten easy retell, easy words, easy read aloud section, easy describe images, etc. And the weight of those questions will be less as compared to the rest of the questions. Number two, your listening and reading modules itself only should be 100% correct. Then no one can actually fetch you back to score 79 plus. If you are 100% sure about your listening and reading module, that whatever the questions I'm going to mark, I'm going to write in listening and reading will be 100% correct. Yes, definitely at that time pronunciation will not play an important role in that case. If you are able to do these two things, Then you can score also with 45, pronunciation, rest of the scores 80 plus. These are the things that you have to take care. It's not at all that much important. If you have the caliber, yes, you can achieve. It's nothing like dependency on one particular enabling skills will be making you helpless. Nothing like that. I have seen people sometimes they stammer. Why? Still, those persons, I will always say, yes, you can do it. Reason, work on the rest of the things. I always believe if 5% you're not able to work on one thing, then you should be working on rest of the 95%. From 95%, it's easy to get at least 80%, but you should be very sure about rest of the 95%. There, you have to put the whole, full-heartedly efforts. This is how you get your score for your read aloud and rest of the modules. Now I have taken here some of the new real exam read aloud paragraphs, giving you the time to read aloud at your side. After that, I'll be reading. I'm repeating now. Globalization has affected what we eat in ways we are only beginning to understand. More and more food production no longer related to our biological needs but is indirectly conflict with them. The relationship between diet and our fertility, our cancer, heart diseases and mental illness is becoming clear, yet much of our food is nutritionally bankrupt. The number of words you have to take care here. First word is this. Generally, I have heard people speaking this word as diet. This is wrong. I'm on diet. This is wrong. Diet. It is present there. It. Diet. Diseases. Diseases. This is wrong. Diseases. Proper sound should come out from your mouth. That is very important here. Next, this is nutritionally. Sound at the end, at that time your mouth should be opening more so that proper sound should come out. Nutritionally, bankrupt, bankrupt. These are the words that you have to take care. Next, and one more thing that I want to add here. People generally ask, you are given 40 seconds to prepare your answer, 40 seconds to speak in a microphone position parallel to your nose or parallel to your chin, but I would prefer parallel to your nose tip so that breathing sound should not be covered by the microphone. Second thing, they generally ask, sometimes you are done with your one read aloud, after that still bar is going on. They will be asking you, they will be asking me like, do I have to wait for the bar to get disappeared? No, don't wait for the bar to get disappeared, because after 3 seconds automatically the microphone will be getting off. And one more thing, if even for those 3 seconds you are waiting, maybe the person who is sitting around you, the persons who are sitting around you, those voices can be captured by the software, by the microphone. So it will be considered as a negative point. Your fluency, pronunciation may go down. So the moment you are done, take a pause of only 1 second and then move to the next question. Why a pause of 1 second is also necessary. If you are recording your own voice, you will be checking this thing that your first word or last word, these are very crucial to be recorded. Just as if you are using your WhatsApp or your Telegram app, when you keep your thumb on the microphone, if you immediately start speaking, your first half word or first two words will not be captured by the software. And similarly, the things can also happen in the end. Like if you are right now speaking the word, suddenly you just take out the thumb from the microphone button. It will not be captured completely, the last word. That's why taking a pause of 1 second is necessary so that your last word should be completely captured by the software. Clear? Next, giving you time to read it. Let's check. Training to become an actor is an intensive process which requires curiosity, courage, and commitment. You learn how to prepare for rehearsal, how to rehearse, and how to use independent and proactive processes to achieve your best work possible for stage and screen. Giving you some more tips regarding read alouds. I have also experienced in my real paper. Just to increase the difficulty level a little bit higher, what they will try to do, they will give you such words which will be starting with the same sounds: curiosity, courage, commitment, so that your tongue would slip there. It will be acting as a tongue twister. And even I have seen the words starting with the same sound, ending with the same sound, again starting with the same sound, and here again starting with the same sound. And it was, the letter was S at that time. Sometimes you can have 3 to 4, 2 to 4, I would say, 2 to 4 letters, 2 to 4 words. In one go, you have to speak the same sounds. So please take care of these things. Curiosity, it should not be curiosity, kind of. Curiosity, real. This is shahir. Courage, commitment. Apostrophe comma is there, after that double L is there. Don't pronounce it as you will, then it is wrong. You have to pronounce it as you. Learn how to prepare for rehearsal, how to rehearse, and then processes. Don't speak this word as process only. Stage and screen. Again, I have 2 words with the same letters initially. Next. I'm speaking. Although Botswana's economic outlook remains strong, the devastation that AIDS has caused threatens to destroy the country's future. In 2001, Botswana has the highest rate of HIV infection in the world. With the help of international donors, it launched an ambitious national campaign that provided free antiviral drugs to anyone who needed them. And by March 2004, Botswana's infection rate has dropped significantly. Then the words that I have to take care. Number one, Botswana. A little bit the sound is there. Botswana, just like you say, pizza. Though T is not there, but still you have to add. Here T is there, but its sound will be very less. Botswana. Don't speak this word as economic, huh? It's economic. Economic. After that, I have this word devastation. Don't speak this word as AIDS. English dictionary has this word and it will be pronounced as AIDS only. After that, I have this year. How to pronounce the years? You know what? International number system says when there is three digits, after that there is one more digit, means four digits are there. After three digits, from going right to left, after three digits, there is a comma. This is called number system. But in the year, you never see a comma when it is of four digits. If I write 1999, do you see any comma there? No. So because these are the years, you are not going to pronounce the years as you are going to pronounce them as the numbers. Clear? So it will be pronouncing as it is 2001. And if the year is 1998, don't pronounce it as 1998. Okay, this is a year. You have to pronounce it as 1998. Clear? Then many people they used to speak this letter wrong because since our childhood we are speaking this word as H. H. This is wrong. This is not H. This is H. HIV. Don't speak as HIV. Clear? HIV infection. Then there is one more word. Yes, campaign. Campaign. And one more thing that for if you are someone of you is working on the pronunciation, always work on your these sounds. Write down the letters, the sounds of B, the sounds of D, the sounds of P, P, the sounds of T, T. Clear? You generally see you are trying to speak the words with these letters. Their initials are these, but still it will not be taken if you are speaking into any app that is speech to text. It will be considering some of the words like they are starting with B, T, D, P. Giving one example here. If the word is starting from the letter P, we people, generally Indians, we speak the letter P as P. So it becomes difficult for the software to judge whether it is P, D, T, or B. That's why the correct sound of the letter B, P is P for parrot, is P, P. A blow of sound, a blow of air should come out from your mouth when you speak the letter P. That is why we say that native speakers they speak with a slang. If I write the word like PARROT, they will be pronouncing it as parrot. They will never say parrot because this is the difference between the letters, their exact sounds. Work on these areas too. Next one, a little bit, not a little bit, it's the longest one. So try to speak with clarity because some of the words they are difficult.
I'm going to speak now. Orientalists, like many other 19th century thinkers, conceive of humanity either in large collective terms or in abstract generalities. Orientalists are neither interested in nor capable of discussing individuals. Instead, artificial entities predominate. Similarly, the age-old distinction between Europe and Asia or Occident and Orient hides beneath very wide labels every possible variety of human plurality, reducing it in the process to one or two terminal collective realities. Some of the difficult words. Number one, the very first word. Orientalists. If you are not speaking with talists, then it is wrong. Next one. Many people speak this word as either. Many people speak this word as either. It's up to you, whatever you want to choose here. Either is British language convention and either is American. In large collective terms, this word. Generalities. Generalities. Realities. Focus on this. Alities. Next, again, I have the same word, Orientalists. This word, sometimes you get the words with hyphen, age old. You're not give the pause between these two words because these are considered as one word. So when you are speaking one word, there should be no chance to give a pause between these two words. They look like two words, but they are not. Occident, Orient, herds, beneath. That's it. Yes, one more. Human plurality. Plurality. Focus on the words. Next one.
Giving you the time to do the reading of this.
I'm going to speak now. Companies will want to be known not just for the financial results they generate, but equally for the imprint they leave on society as a whole. First, ensuring that their products contribute positively. Second, operating in a way that approaches a net neutral impact to the natural environment. And third, cherishing their people. Each word is almost easy one. Moving to the next.
Your time to read it.
I'm going to speak this one now. Traditional divisions of domestic work are understood to persist because of the strong association of the home with humanity and with masculinity. To challenge that, home is arguably equivalent to challenge what it is to beat a woman or a man. There are a few words which you have to take care. Number one, the word is divisions. Focus on this. Yons. It is not yan. Okay, it's yons. Your tongue should touch your lower teeth at the back. Divisions. And your teeth should be touching to each other. Next, persist. Association. Next important word. Masculinity. Masculinity. Linity. Focus on this. If you are speaking in the flow, don't speak this word as masculinity, because here it is humanity. So the trend will be like when you are speaking the word humanity, and the next word you may speak masculinity. Clear? So focus on this I, masculinity. That's why I said put the index finger on the screen so that what you see, you just speak that word only. Next word, arguably, uably. You have to speak that sound too. Equivalent, equivalent to challenge. And okay, this word, many of us speak this word wrong. WOMAN. Since our childhood, we used to speak this word as, if man is man, so we speak it as woman. This is wrong. It should be woman. When you see the word, it is plural, WOMAN, then it should be women, man, women, we, women and woman. Don't speak it as woman or woman. Again, this is wrong. That's all for today's class. If you have any query regarding reading, read aloud section, then your questions are welcomed. Someone has posted already their queries. How to read the numerics like Shweta. Okay, number one, Shweta, the number you are giving me here, it is 5369060. It should be having the commas, 060, before it comma should be there, then 369, before it comma should be there. So you should be pronouncing it as 5,369,060. You know what? When the numbers are written with their currency, like rupees, that sign is always, when we are writing the number in a currency, then that sign of rupees, dollars, pounds, it will be added in front of the number, but we always pronounce it in after speaking the number. So don't speak this as dollar 5,369,060. Rather, you have to pronounce it as 5,369,060 dollars. Harleen is asking, if we omit or add one word, penalty is there always, Harleen. How much marks we lose? It only software knows, because 0.1, 0.2, 0.5 kind of deduction will always be there. Ramana is asking, I have a question. Please write down your question. Rahul is asking, I have missed first 20 minutes. It's okay, Rahul. You may just watch the webinar on YouTube. Till evening it will be uploaded. Aparna, one query, ma'am. Want to open more mouth for vowel sounds. For every sound, you have to open your mouth so that clarity would come out. Rahul, what if I wrongly pronounce? Can I repeat that word? No. If you have spoken one word wrong and you have gotten it, that I have spoken that word wrong, so you are coming back and you're trying to correct it. This is called so less marks in your in your fluency. Your fluency will suffer, and not only with 1 or 2 marks, rather a lot of marks will be deducted. So never ever do that. That's why I said take fumbleness should not be there. Keep your index finger on the screen. Nikhil, what can we do if we can't pronounce a particular difficult word? Try to miss that word if you can, or speak one word as it is if you want to speak that word. At that time, no one will help you because you are not aware of the pronunciation of that word correctly. Then no chance to get the score for that word. Simple. Ramana, can we complete the read aloud before time? Yes, you can complete, and then taking a pause of 1 second and move to the next. Prathapan, pause should be either 1 second or 1 microsecond. Just speak naturally. It should not look like that you are stopping at some point and then you are starting again. Neha, beneath. Pronunciation of this word is beneath. Anuj, what if something is in bracket? If something is in bracket, don't assume that it is in bracket. You have to speak as it is. Whatever is written in bracket, if it is one word, two word, or 10 words, you have to speak as it is. Forget that there is a bracket. Swati, what to do if we don't know the pronunciation? Already said you can leave as it is that word, or you can mispronounce it, but you will not get the credit for that word. Better don't speak with wrong pronunciation. Suchitra, can I read 2001? I have already said yes. 2001. That is okay. We need to complete. No, you should not, Raman. You should not complete till 40 seconds when read aloud. So because if you are going to stretch the sounds, linger on you are doing it, so that means your pace would not be okay then. Your score will be less than fluency again then. Natural pace always it should be there. Bahadur Khatri is asking 1995. 1995. Don't speak as 19,000. This is not 19,000. Suchitra, do we maintain the speed throughout the sentence? Yes. You have to speak your speaking paper with the same pace from the very first question till the last question of speaking. Neelam is asking about speed. See, Neelam, speed means you have to speak with a natural pace. Your words per minute should be 125 to 150 words in 1 minute you have to speak. No, Aparna, there are no such different pronunciation of the words with organizing with Z, organizing with S. It will be always pronounced as organizing or organizers. Bhavna is asking in read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image. Yes, same fluency, same pace should always be there. Otherwise, score will not be that much good. That is why some people say, I did not fumble throughout the paper. Don't know why my fluency is not 90 out of 90. How many read alouds we have? Johan is asking. 6 to 7 questions in read aloud section you will be having. Neelam is asking, should we take pause at comma or full stop? A little bit microsecond pause should be there, just as I have taken in this webinar. Nagasai is asking, is speech to text or no? Speech to text is not good. It will be telling you that you are 90% correct, but in real exam, your pronunciation score will be 30 or 40. That's why I don't rely on any kind of app from Google Play Store. Only the thing which will be helpful to you is listen to native speakers, only then you will be able to speak the words correctly. Mayank, can you please suggest commonly mispronounced words? Mayank, open your Google. There are a number of words present which are pronounced wrong. Giving you one example here, the word is starting from the letter B, and the words spellings are Burial. We people used to speak this word as burial, burial. This is not burial. This is not um, burial or burial. This is actually burial, burial. Though there is no such e. Clear? It should be buried, not buried or buried, kind of. Best position. Suchitra, I think I have said parallel to non-stop or your chin. Best you just keep it parallel to your um, nose tip. That is the best one. Swati, currency is an Indian slang. No, don't use the Indian slang, Indian mother tongue. Software is not going to just actually capture those words. People, they have the habit to speak the word America as America. See, there is no such word present in the dictionary of software, America. Then you will not get the score for that. That is why don't use mother tongue. Is it compulsory to complete read aloud in 20 seconds? No, Bhavna, not at all. It is compulsory. And one more thing, whosoever has said this thing that you have to complete your read aloud in 20 seconds, ask that person the question. Can you tell me on the screen where it will be written that you have spoken for 20 seconds, 25 seconds, and 30 seconds? There is no such second bar is there. No. Only time bar will be there, which will be opening there for 40 seconds, and while it will be flowing from left to right, huh? No one is going to tell you that you have spoken for these many seconds. Only you can judge. If it has reached its middle point, then 20 seconds are gone. That's it. So never ever work on that I have to speak for 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Try to speak for the bars. Your focus should be on the bar. Your focus should not be on the seconds. Clear? And it completely depends upon the number of words present in one paragraph. It has very one and a half liners there in the read aloud section, one paragraph. Then definitely I'll be able to speak that in 10 to 15 seconds. If it is more, then definitely I'll be taking more time to speak it. Thank you so much, Aparna. Very good lecture. You covered so many good points. Okay. Thank you. How to analyze my pitch is correct. Anuj, for that you have to go to describe image correction service of PT tutorials, and then you will be getting to know this. Only one thing I can tell you here, software gets those voices which are coming under the range of 100 to 175 hertz frequency. Okay, Jijna has written I apostrophe comma, then D is there. I'd. You should be pronouncing it as I'd. I had agreed means I'd agreed. Bhavna, how can I check my fluency? No, there is no such app. Is it better to, Faraz is asking, is it better to read in normal speed? You should be natural. That's it. Grammar is required for cracking PT? Yes. Mayank, go and watch on PT Tutorials YouTube channel how grammar will be helpful for you to deal with some of the questions. 2 months back, I think I have given that webinar. Nikhil, how can we pronounce that is? I.E is pronounced as, don't pronounce it as I.E, okay? Pronounce it as that is. That is. Bhavna is saying someone has told you to speak fast, then your pronunciation would suffer, darling. Because what happens when we speak almost more than the natural pace? The sounds of each and every word will come closer and they will be getting attached to each other. Software will not be able to find the gap between the sounds and pronunciation would suffer. You may get 19 fluency, that is no way, but pronunciation would definitely suffer. So Chitra, I'm not sure about this. Could you please clarify? Can I pronounce the wrongly pronounced word once I'm done with the passage? Can I pronounce the wrongly pronounced once I'm done with the passage? No. Never ever do these kind of experiments in your paper. That's all for today's class, today's webinar. I hope you liked it, and take care. Bye bye. Give me the feedback for this session, for this webinar.